In a quiet, peaceful neighborhood, Patrick was known as a kind and generous person. He had a reputation for helping those in need, especially vulnerable teenagers. People in the community trusted him, and he often offered support to young people who seemed to be struggling. Patrick used the internet to make connections, offering promises of love, financial help, and a better life to those who felt lost or abandoned. He knew exactly how to attract attention and gain trust. He told people that he could help them escape their troubles, and many believed him. But behind his friendly and helpful face, Patrick was hiding a terrible secret. He wasn't really trying to help these young people. Instead, he had sinister plans. Patrick was involved in illegal activities, using his charm to lure teenagers into a dangerous trap. His goal was not to offer love or support, but to exploit his victims in ways that were unimaginable. Patrick's main crime was organ trafficking. He was involved in a cruel business where he tricked young women into his home, only to exploit them for their body parts, which he sold for large amounts of money. Over time, his actions grew even worse. He built a secret compound far from the eyes of the public, a place where dozens of women were kept captive. These women were taken there under false pretenses, hoping for a better future, only to find themselves trapped in a nightmare. They were tortured and forced into Patrick's illegal operation, where their lives were treated as nothing more than commodities. Patrick was very careful in choosing his victims. He often targeted young women who were struggling or looking for help. Many of his victims were alone, vulnerable, or in desperate need of money. They thought they were talking to a kind man who wanted to help them, but they had no idea what they were walking into. They were drawn in by his promises of safety and support, but once they entered his home, they found themselves trapped. One day, a young pregnant woman came to Patrick asking for help. She had nowhere to turn and had heard about Patrick's kind offers online. She thought he could offer her a way out of her troubles. Little did she know she was walking straight into one of Patrick's traps. She soon became another victim of his cruel scheme. But what Patrick didn't know was that there was someone who was watching him very closely. This person would soon expose the truth and put an end to his reign of terror. Tina was a smart, young psychology student who had moved to the neighborhood not long before. She had heard of Patrick and the help he was offering to young people, but she wasn't easily fooled. Tina had an instinct for spotting people who weren't being honest.